As you came in and were informed about what I would be talking about today, I'm sure you thought, oh great, we already have to watch weekly videos on safety, and now they're having someone come in and speak about it. Even though that is partially correct, my purpose in being here isn't to bore you with all the facts. I'm here because I want to make sure that you know how important safety really is. Today I'm going to briefly go over a few protocols and express their importance, as well as try to get you to understand why following these rules is important. There are many types of jobs in TDOT. Each have safety rules that you need to make sure you follow. First and foremost, always wear your protective gear. I know, it's hot out there, this shirt is thick, these pants are long, and those shoes are turning into a swamp. However, they all have a specific job in protecting you. These safety glasses, I get it. You look like a fruit fly, and they get steamy and hot in the hot and humid weather. But you only have one set of eyes, and you must protect them. When you're out in the job, the last thing you want is a piece of Googling pen to chip off and stick into your eye. And look at this shirt. This color is nauseating, and bugs attract to it like a bear to honey. But it keeps you visible to drivers and helps them see you before an accident happens. But let's get real. I'd rather look ugly and safe than dolled up in my casket. And don't even get me started about these boots. If you're like me, your feet control your body temperature. And these heavy-duty boots don't help any when you're trying to stay cool in this heat. But like everything else, boots are important. While out on the job, you are around a lot of heavy equipment, and one wrong step can lead to a burger patty for a foot. As much as protective gear is important, I could go on and on about all the protective gear that y'all are required to wear. But I'm going to go through a few of the regular rules. Throughout the summer, it continues to get hotter and hotter. Y'all are out there all day, every day, in the heat. And you need to make sure that you're safe. According to the heat index chart, from degrees 91 and above, precautions should be taken, and you should make sure that you and your coworkers are hydrated and that you are safe. So one way to stay safe in the heat is by hydration. In this room, the average amount of water that each of you should be drinking a day is 11 cups. Winter conditions can become serious too. Whenever y'all are out in single-digit weather, hypothermia and frostbite can become serious problems, and a few ways to ensure that you are protected from them is by layering up, wearing thick clothing, and using hot hands. Rules are fun and all, but common sense is very important when working in conditions where people are at risk. Being cautious and alert at all times is crucial whenever you're working with people and around these equipments. By following safety precautions, wearing your safety gear, and staying alert, it can help save your life. For example, in one incident, a TDOT worker was directing traffic while they were mowing. He was barely missed by a fast-approaching car. He was wearing all required protective equipment. The only reason he made it out of the accident without getting hurt was because he was alert and aware of his surroundings. Now, think about 4 people that you would never want to get hurt. I'm sure you thought about your parents, or your spouse, or children if you have any. I know that y'all have heard of your 4, but it's an easy concept that can just be the reason that you want to be safe. When I was little, right after my mom had my brother, my dad was put on midnights to work on the interstate. And I remember countless nights where mom was up worrying about dad, and being 8, it was a scary situation because how she was acting, I never knew if he was going to be home in the morning or not. And speaking of how us kids see y'all as parents, these could be your kids while you're at work. But if you don't follow the precautions, these could be your kids as your spouse tells them that you won't be coming home. Even though you probably hate the weekly videos about safety, I know that I would put my dad through so many countless hours nonstop of these safety videos if it would ensure that he would come home safely. And I know that most of you men have grown up not following the rules and being daredevils, but out there on the job is not the place to not follow the rules. There's always someone at home waiting for you, and it's so important to just make sure that you stay safe. So stay safe, wear protective gear, drink water, be alert, and get home safely to your family.